What's up, everyone, and welcome to the RC Retro Raceway. Yeah, that's right, I finally did it. I went out and made my own backyard track. It's a little track, but something is definitely better than nothing. And so I'm here hanging out with my man, Uncle Dave. We're out here testing out some cars today. But yeah, you're about to see about 10 minutes of footage showcasing my entire journey in building this backyard track. Now, I want to just address something. You probably just said to yourself, RC Retro Raceway? Couldn't come up with anything more original than that? And I figured since the name of my YouTube channel is RC Retro, might as well call it the RC Retro Raceway and keep things simple. All right, so now we got that out of the way. So you'll see about 10 minutes of my journey in putting together this track, followed by about another 5 minutes of me testing this track out with my Losi Mini JRXT, the 1/16 scale version. And yeah, you know what? Also, I know I called this my backyard track, but this isn't even my backyard, believe it or not. My wife would never allow me to make a backyard track where we live. We own another property, obviously somewhere else. No one uses the backyard. And she said that you could use this yard to make your track. And so once I got the green light for that, there was just no stopping me, and this had to get done. As a matter of fact, my wife, for Father's Day, actually paid someone to come back here and get rid of all the grass and level the backyard. So that was pretty awesome of her. All right, gotta give mad props to my wife for supporting me with this track. All right, well, that's about it. Enjoy the rest of the video, and then I'll see you right back here at the end to talk about what you can expect from the RC Retro Raceway. So I would have to take down some of this tree because it's on my side. So we can take down some of that. This little guy right here we can take down because that's on my side. Just kind of clean up a little of these overhanging branches just to let some more sun in, because the sun is right overhead right now. But it's not even getting half the yard because of this, so we can maybe get some of this down. Look. So, and then it's a small track. It would be a small track. Good for maybe 2 cars. Pushing it with a 3rd car. But there's some rocks we'd have to move out of here, because I would utilize every single inch. And then again, cutting down some of these trees just to make this area look a little cleaner. But yeah, it's full-grown grass. It's gonna be a lot of work to take out all this. Maybe we'll rip down our chain link fence. This tree right here is being taken down. Matter of fact, Georgia and the neighbor are splitting that to take it down. Not because of my track, but because it's causing damage to the foundation. Then we have some other trees over here.
Your track is ready. No branches right above. Everything's nice and sunny. No bugs for you. Now I'm gonna do the gate here and maybe the gate over here.
Look at this guy work. Doing an amazing job. This isn't even my backyard. This is one of the yards that leads to my backyard. There's my yard, all the way back there. Oh, but look at that. Not one bag, not two, not three, not four, but soon to be 5 bags of dirt. 8 yards. Let's check out what we have over here. All this dirt. Glorious dirt. I love it. You know what my wife said? She said, don't have them drive their machines through the neighbor's yard. But you know what I said? I said, that's a lot of digging for me and a lot of movement of dirt. But there it is, the future. RC Retro Raceway. And some clean dirt. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Emptied out 1 bag of sifted dirt. And that's where we're at. Man, I'm freaking tired. Wheelbarrowed that all in. Had to actually dig it out. All my bags of dirt right there. Am I gonna have enough? I only have 5 bags, and that's just 1. Unless I'm putting too much dirt too close together. Remember, this is a backyard track. It doesn't have to look super pretty. Maybe I need to space these piles of dirt out a little bit more. But then again, this whole area right here is gonna come out about 5 or 6 feet and be about 25 feet. That's gonna be all rock and a shed, so I saved some space there. All right, let's continue. Okay, this is day 2 of putting down the dirt. I have 5 big bags of screened dirt. I keep calling it sifted, but it's screened. And I put down the first bag in that area in no particular order. Sorry, the camera keeps focusing in and out. And then I decided today for the second bag to start making a grid. So this way I could lay 2x4s side by side and rake out a straight path and then also level it. So that's what I'm doing so far. Almost at the halfway point of the yard. So I have 3 more bags to go. And remember, this area along the fence over here is gonna be about 25 feet in length and come out about 5 or 6 feet. We're gonna put rocks and a shed over there again. It's starting to become a little redundant explaining that. So I'll save some room and be able to use some of that dirt over here. So I think I should be good, but I just finished bag 2. I feel like a grave digger. And don't quit your day job, kids. This shit is tough. And so I'm gonna do the 3rd bag and call it a day. And it's only like 8:30 in the morning right now. I wanna get this done in the afternoon. And I apologize for the airplane flying over. Airplane is not too far away from where I'm at. Or the airport, I should say, so. Okay, it's looking like a reality now, boys. Sorry about the plane flying over. We have one of those about every 30 seconds over here. I have a lane of screened, beautiful, clean dirt. Now this isn't actually gonna be a lane because the layout isn't gonna be like this, but I'm gonna try to do a little bit more. And then I got a pool party to go to. I'll be out here tomorrow morning again, finishing the rest off. And then the day after that, putting down some tubing. All right, as I'm about to film, cue the airplane flying over. All right, all 5 bags are down. I'm a little thin in some areas, like against the fence over here. That's okay, because the tubing is going there. I didn't have enough for this area right over here when you first walk in. So I'm gonna have to go to Home Depot and get a couple bags of topsoil and just throw it out to make up the difference. But all the tubing is going along the fence over here. What I'll do is probably get some more bags of topsoil for this area also and just put the tubing down, and then where the tubing meets the dirt, pack some more dirt in there as well. All Alright. Now the fun part. Putting the tubing down. Blood, sweat, and dirt. Gotta fix this area right here. But yeah, we go. And around. Just got to extend that area about 10 feet. I'm gonna actually make like a little like round area right there. So it's actually like not a hairpin turn. It's like round. But yeah, all the rest are hairpin turns. 6-foot lanes. Straightaway, a little bumpy right over there. So you got to stay on the inside over here and not on the outside. And if you go too fast and you're running something that's way too fast for this little track, you're gonna go into the wall of rocks over here. Or into the abyss. Got an island, kind of. A little bit bigger of a turn over there. Okay. And I started to put some of this barrier down, weed barrier, but I ran out. I brought it from home, didn't have enough. So I'll get some more tomorrow. And I'll get about 12 bags of rocks, which will probably not even fill in the 12 bags halfway. But it'll get me enough where I could stand. So tomorrow, rest of the barrier, some rocks, and then I'm gonna shoot a video out here. And then when I come back on Saturday, I'll bring some more rocks. So 14 bags of marble chips got me that far. I still have a ways to go. And then remember, that area is gonna be a shed. So those 2x2 stones are where the drivers will stand, and they'll turn right around and there'll be a table right behind them where they could service their cars. So standing room only. Okay, this is a test run. Putting the GoPro on. Okay. And first car out on the track is my Mini Losi JRXT. I figured let me start off with something small before I go to 110 scale because my track is so small. Here we go. Obviously not a lot of talking from me. Just taking it all in. Just enjoying. You know what? This is what, 1/16 scale? This little Mini? I think this is the perfect size for this track. Who knows? Maybe 110 scale is gonna be too big for this track. I'm gonna have to get into solely 1/16 scale from now on. There's that airplane. What happens if we add a jump right over there? Let's see if we can do that. All right. So now I got a little bit of a jump right over there. I had just enough dirt to make a little bit of a, I guess you can call it a jump, maybe a hump. Ooh, look at the pretty butterfly. All right, anyways. So yeah, I figured when you come around the turn right there, just enough to get you straight, hit the jump, and then have to make an adjustment to come around this turn right over here. And so this track is far from being over. I still have to figure out camera angles where I could put cameras when I'm out here by myself, because usually it's Phil who's filming with me and I'm running around with a GoPro, but now I'm by myself, so it's just going to be different camera angles and a GoPro on my head. But right now I just want to have fun. So I'll put the GoPro on. Whoop. The GoPro's on my head now. Okay, we got the car. Let's try to hit some jumps. Ah, little jump. Hooray! Boo. You know, I like how my straightaway isn't perfectly straight. It's a little bumpy. I like watching the car go down the straightaway and seeing the suspension work. See it go up and down and soak up those bumps. Okay, cool. I think that little jump worked out, and over time I will add some more dirt to it. Or maybe clay so it holds form, or maybe some turf. Eyes are getting a little dry out here from all this dirt. All right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but I think you get the point. Now I'm gonna shut this camera off, and I have another 20 minutes to kill before I have to start packing up and heading home. So I'm just gonna enjoy some quiet time alone, shut the camera off, and we'll get some more action footage of some cars coming up on the track in 1/10 scale. All right, so as you saw, building a track like this definitely takes a lot of effort, especially when you're not using heavy machinery. So we have blood, sweat, and a lot of dirt. And so how does this affect the channel? Well, obviously it adds another dimension to the channel, not just builds, not just every once in a while occasional racing, but now I can bring my own cars out here and test them out. Again, while the track's not the biggest, I also have to kind of pick and choose what cars I'm running out here, because after testing out the track with my Uncle Dave, is definitely built for less power, bigger tires also. So can't really run stuff that has super fast motors in here. But we'll talk more about that in future episodes. All right, so I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you guys all in my next. And obviously you could expect to see more footage coming your way from the RC Retro Raceway.